TGIF I trust you're having a wonderful Friday. Weekend is near. It's cold as hell in Ohio, as always this time of year. And I'm going to do a long hike on Sunday, maybe because it's going to be 52 degrees. I might have a window from like noon to 5 that I can comfortably walk around without it being like frigid as hell in Ohio, like it always is. So, luckily for you all, I have all these photos, and I'm old, and old people like to show people photos, so now I can force the world to see my slideshows. I cannot come up with any material for the last couple days. I've kind of in brain lock when it comes to stuff. I've been working out and smoking pot, so, you know. And that's legal in Ohio, keep in mind. But, yeah, I'm going to force you to see a couple things like that while I say a few things and put you through my mindless philosophy. That is my material for this Friday. So a couple things came up today, as they always do, just small things and things to think about. And one of them being, I became the man that I am because I was abused by my father from a man to man type standpoint. Sorry, ladies, for the moment. So, since my father was psychologically abusive, methodically psychologically abusive, this could be less or more than somebody else, from the time when I was born until the time when he died. A narcissist, a psychologically abusive man. You know, it's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, learning from that person as my male role model was that the greatest thing to be around? No. But did it make me the man that I am? See, things like that are debatable when it comes to philosophy. I made me the man that I am right now. And I'm sorry for showing you pictures of food. But that chicken, you know what chicken was good when you remember it. Oh, and here's more food. My wife made that pizza. It was also great. But yes and no. And would I have rather not had gone through that in order to be the man I am? Yes. I would have much rather had a mentor and had somebody show me that versus what I dealt with, which was I just really can't even anymore get into all that was. I've just forgotten about it, you know. So you're left with the man that I am. So that's why stuff like this comes up. But I don't think people should use it as a branding. I think I've always felt that way. You know, actually, to be perfectly honest with you, my father has nothing to do because he chose that path. He has nothing to do with the man I am today. I'm going to go with that answer. And here's me when I weighed a few more pounds. Hit 180.2 yesterday. And here I was probably 240. Well, yeah, maybe 220, probably 240. Did not know that I had cancer yet. This was a couple summers ago. And both me and my wife have lost a remarkable amount of weight. I won't show too many pictures of her because I will ask for her permission before I do it, but that is a good one anyway. But she is down to, 151. She's doing very well. Congratulations, darling. As it pertained to my father, you know, I kept going back to him and getting punished over and over again. You know, just he was always that way until the day that he died. And it brings to mind a quote that I always followed and thought about when it came to such things, but I never was able to do and incorporate into my life. there was a woman walking down a path in the woods, and she saw a snake frozen on the side of the trail and hurt. And she picked it up, took it home, put it by the fire, nursed it back to health. And when the day came to let it go, when it was completely healed, it turned around and it bit her. And while she laid there dying, she said, "Why did you do this to me? I nursed you back to health and did everything for you." And the snake said, "Look, bitch, you knew I was a snake." So that's what should have been my lesson when it came to returning to situations. But I felt such a draw to being, to my parents and to being a good son, that I was willing to try whatever I could. And I did that for many, many years. So as always, my advice to anyone is going to be, just don't put yourself through it. Here's some Zed. I have some photos of Zed on TikTok, or some videos of Zed on TikTok that you can check out. Zed's my dude. We hang out. He's out there somewhere today, sleeping. This was when he was a bit younger. So I've been afforded a second life when it comes to healing from your past. Like, I am in the process right now, and it's far too late, people, for me. I am in the process of actually closing the book on this stuff, you know? And it is so nice. I've wasted so much time on these people. You know, nowadays, it's funny, like, growing up in the 80s, you know, because nowadays all these little quotes, and it's like really my Achilles heel, because I love quotes, you know. So you know, there's always some little acronym that goes with shit, and I love it these days. But that living in my head rent free. I wish I would have known that one back in the 80s. That would have helped me figure out what I was doing wrong. And I kept returning just due to my loyalty to my parents. I mean, it's really blind loyalty, you know. Here, I'll get like a shirtless picture here. Show you that. Ooh, man. I don't even know if that'll be okay on TikTok. But you can see what I was eating here. And I'm pretty sure I ate that whole thing. I'll be doing some video. I don't know. That was probably both of ours. But as it was too much, if you were to see us eat today, it would be a very significantly smaller portion of that. And it's so funny to see. I hope any of you end up losing weight and need to lose weight. If you can see the difference between this was, you know, I'm solid 250 here to 180, what I am right now. I mean, that's a lot. You know, geez, that's going toward 100 pounds, it sounds like, without doing any of the stupid math in my head. But yeah, just take care of yourself, guys. I don't care what your situation is. My problem was, from man to man, I had no mentor. But what it caused me to do is it caused me to accomplish things on my own. And they're sweeter because of that. You know, I also got cancer because I smoked cigarettes, because I was the only one regulating myself. But hey, I live. And I continue to. And I continue to get healthier. And I am not this guy anymore, mentally or physically. So take that optimism in and try your hardest to find what I was talking about. The difference in the way you feel is absolutely huge. When you go from that to something more like that, it feels great. So be strong. If you need me, I'm there.